Hello everyone and welcome back to my B&B Everyday YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Carter Walton's passionate support will leave Hope Logan feeling more enamored with him after the rearmost hope for the unborn meeting is over. Carter will assure Hope that he meant every word and that he authentically believes in her line. As far as Carter's concerned, Hope is a lamp of light for the company and deserves a chance to take Hope for the future to the coming position. That's why Carter has suggested pouring further coffers into the line rather of just giving it further time. It looks like Carter's pitch will make a big difference, so Hope will state her appreciation in a private moment subsequently. Carter and Hope will protest off a lovely evening full of love, so we'll see what the night might bring. Hope and Carter will inescapably enjoy another make-out session. But will they also gutter the clothes and let themselves really sizzle? Carter and Hope's passions for each other will consolidate, so they'll both be agitated about exploring their flying sparks. In the meantime, John Finnegan will stop by to see Steffy Forrester in the Forrester CEO office, where they'll surely partake some kisses as they catch up. Finn may smell that Steffy has commodity on her mind, so Steffy might offer updates on Carter's extreme support for Hope for the future before. Steffy may be a little weirded out by how explosively Carter felt about Hope's line. Will Steffy suppose back to the awkward vibe when she intruded Hope and Carter in the design office? Could Finn help Steffy put the suggestions together and realize Carter might be romantically interested in Hope? Anyhow, Steffy might suppose there's further to the story when it comes to Carter's desire to keep Hope for the unborn alive. At Spencer Publications, Liam Spencer may continue his discussion with Bill Spencer. And will Spencer, despite Hope's recent rejections, Liam might contend he's not giving up on reuniting and restoring their family. Of course, Liam has a huge handicap standing in his way that he doesn't indeed know about yet. Carter is pulling Hope closer every day, so Liam will have to find out that shocking news sooner or laterly. Hope and Carter's growing bond will come with complications, so stick with us for further prognostications on all the drama. Steffy Forrester forgave Rich Forrester for keeping her in the dark on Taylor Hayes' condition since he really stepped up for her. Steffy assumed Brooke Logan must have had a conniption when she walked by on Ridge all tangled up with Taylor. Ridge admitted Brooke wasn't happy, but he suggested he smoothed effects over with a private demonstration of the same disguise at home. Steffy responded with an "you right" as Brooke walked by and piped up about being glad Taylor was okay. Although Steffy credited Ridge with helping Taylor, Brooke claimed Taylor also had veritably able croakers. Once RJ Forrester and Zen Forrester Dominguez popped up, they expressed excitement over Hope for the future being on the upswing. Steffy didn't feel as certain, but she suggested they'd find out soon enough. That's if Hope Logan ever showed up for the meeting. In the meantime, RJ thanked everyone for being probative while he was recycling all the Luna Nozawa drama. RJ and Zen admitted they hadn't heard from Luna since she got locked up, but they were happily fastening on Hope for the future anyway. In the corridor, Carter allowed back to kissing Hope and smiled over their connection. In the design office, Hope was stressed ahead of the Hope for the unborn meeting and complained to Liam Spencer while searching for a thumb drive. Hope assumed Steffy called this meeting to hang her line again, and was exhausted from constantly being on the mincing block. Liam offered to take Beth Spencer tonight so that Hope could relax after the meeting was over, so she was thankful. When Carter appeared, he was surprised to formally again find Liam with Hope. Liam assured Hope that Carter would take care of her in the forthcoming meeting, so Carter said Liam could count on it. After Liam left on Thursday's occasion, Carter told Hope that she didn't have to explain anything regarding her partner's visit. As for the meeting that was coming up, Carter reiterated that he'd support her and said Hope shouldn't forget that he'd her back. In the CEO office, Hope and Carter joined Steffy, Ridge, Brooke, RJ and Zen to bandy where Hope for the future stood. Carter refocused out that Ridge was throwing his full support behind Brooke's bedroom, which was paying off. The figures weren't where they wanted them yet for Hope's line, but Carter had a plan to fix that. Rather of just giving Hope for the future further time, Carter allowed. They demanded to be sinking further coffers into it. Steffy and Ridge were cautious of doing that since Hope for the future was formerly floundering, but Carter claimed they couldn't put a price on the social impact. Carter guaranteed that losing Hope for the future would hurt them since it was their most meaningful line. Buzz could be generated, but integrity had to be earned. Carter played up Hope's benefactions and made a vaticination that all her line demanded was the biggest limelight they could give it. Once Carter said they shouldn't give up on Hope or hope for the future. She smiled over how probative he was being. Carter's passionate defense of Hope also sounded to surprise Steffi, Ridge and the others. At Spencer Publications, Will Spencer made Bill Spencer promise not to flip out and broke the news about his new externship at Forrester Creations. Bill blustered about it being nonsense and argued that Will demanded to come learn how to run a real business at Spencer Publications. Will ultimately got honest about the gorgeous girls at Forrester being a big draw. So Bill settled down and sounded pleased that was the real reason. Bill also wasn't giving up on reuniting with Katie Logan, Heather Tom, but Will admitted he told her that just because they were great parents didn't mean they made a good couple. Bill was dissatisfied in himself since Will and Katie didn't trust him the way he wanted them to. Liam eventually joined the discussion and wanted in on the guys' night that Will and Bill were planning. Bill talked about how Will would be a great addition to Spencer Publications one day before Liam praised Will for aiding him lately. Liam said that Will was kind enough to help him realize he wanted a life with Hope again. Liam may not get his want anytime soon, so stick with us for updates on Hope and Carter's budding love. Hope Logan is trying to learn from her miscalculations and avoid going back down terrible paths. Hope and Liam Spencer's marriage ended in heartbreak, so she doesn't want to repeat history. Still, we're talking about repeating history is what they do stylish, so we've our dubieties about whether Liam and Hope's love story is really over for good. Liam clearly wouldn't mind another chapter. And despite Hope's attempts to reject him, there may be part of her that wants that too. That said, the idea of a candescent new love with Carter Walton is way too tempting right now. Hope views Carter as a fresh launch, and is eager to pursue a relationship without all the emotional baggage importing her down. We can see why Hope would push Liam down after all the waffling he's done over the times. Of course, we also see and ignore the fact that Hope has done some waffling herself. Hope went from being married to Liam to sizzling with Thomas Forrester to crushing on John Finn Finnegan. Now Hope's hot for Carter, but her heart seems to be awfully fickle. Will Hope get bored with Carter once the freshness wears off and their spark starts to fade? Carter might be falling head over heels, but what if this pairing is just a temporary stop on Hope's way back to a Liam reunion? The show might be playing the hop-along game, so that brings the possibility that Hope will witness temptation down the road. Hope might end up cheating on Carter with Liam and face regrets about her love life formerly again. In the meantime, Steffi Forrester may make a vaticination about Carter facing disappointment and despair once she gets updates on his rearmost romantic news. Since Steffi doesn't trust Hope at each, she may eventually worry Hope's going to be further trouble than she's worth for Carter. Brooke Logan has suggested before about Hope and Liam being each other's fortune. So is that true? Will Carter lament getting romantically involved with Hope?